Alrighty guys, we are going to hardware store to pick up some timber so that we can, oh man, this thing's hard to move when the ground's wet, so we can build these wardrobes. Oh, it's very close. I came to get some untreated because it is just for a wardrobe, but we don't have any untreated stuff, so MGP 10 will be alright. It's actually better, termite resistant and whatnot. So anyway, 15 links of these. We'll just have a little bit more than we need, but always better just to get a little bit more. If my dad was here, he would be pulling everything out and checking every individual piece. He is a timber Nazi. Tony's tip of the day. I'll claim this one for him. Tony's tip of the day. Check all your timber for knots, straightness. You know what, these are actually fucking really good. I'm so shocked how good these are. They're so straight. Anyway, so we needed 2.7, but we are going to be cutting them down. These are 5.4s, so we'll get 2 links out of 1. I need 30 links. 30 links at 2.7. But got 5.4s only, so I'll just cut them down. I suppose why the old boys away. Tony's tip of the day is, we'll change it to Tony's tip of the day. What would Tony say? Tony's tip of the day is going to be, when selecting your timber, actually, you know what, when we come back, I'm going to get him to do this, because he is like I said, he's a timber Nazi. Like, if he saw this, he would be like, put it back. But because he's not here, I can do what I want. Let this be a little tutorial for you. Always feed it the opposite way through the crocodile's mouth. What I mean by that is, if that's the crocodile's mouth, do not feed it through the mouth. Feed it through the neck, and then you can tension it. So there's Curtis's tip of the day. Don't feed it through the crocodile's mouth. Get the rolls out. Feed it through the back of the mouth. Pull it up. Hook it around. Pull it tight. And tension. Tension until it's tight. First thing we're going to be doing, just removing that part of the ceiling so we can take the frame all the way up. I'll be cutting the cornice at the point where I want to take it out. Demoed out just this part of the ceiling. I'll be taking measurements from this wall here. I'm going to work out the opening size. I'm then going to cut into this trim because we don't want to get rid of this because I want to keep this wall behind inside the wardrobe. You'll see when it's all framed in. So I want the frame coming off here and then returning back in there. Obviously, I'm governed by the width of the door, so you want to allow enough room for the clothes and the wallboards to go on. And I'm going to show you the process of how I work out the opening size. Let's go. So firstly, I know I'm going to use 3 doors. Space between the wall and the door is 1940. So firstly, you want to work out the width of your doors and how many doors are going to work. These doors are actually 620, allowing for a 20 mil overlap, so they'll overlap each other. So, and this one here is 520. So you don't include the 20 mil because when you close the wardrobe doors, you want them to overlap by that 20 mil so that there's no gap when the doors are all closing. So we're going to do 2 at 600 or 620 and 1 at 520. You got to take off the 20. So 600, 600 and 500 gives me 612, 1700. So 1700 will work so well in the space, hence why I've chosen to use that 500 door, because then I'm going to have a 70 mil frame, which will bring us to 1770. I still have to pack out that side with, I'll work that out, but it's going to work. Alright, so here's the frame. So now I'm going to stand it up and I'm going to fix it to these truss. And that's how I determine my height. I just went 5 mil shorter than these rafters here because that's going to be my nailing point. I can just put a little wedge in because these aren't from floor to those. They're not a perfect measurement. They range from a 10 mil difference. So I just went to the shorter measurement, took off about 3 or 4 mil and we'll just wedge it, put a wedge up there. Alright team, we've got our first frame up. So this was the 140 that I was talking about, 35, 35, 35, 35, 140. Same here. So you get an even space. There'll be a 20 mil jam that goes on here, 20 mil jam on there. And then the doors will slot in there. So then I just do a little return here. And you have a full height. That opening will fit those doors. It'll fit 3 of the doors. And they'll just stagger in between each other. Another day, another nail. So sometimes it's the small things. I normally wake up and go have a coffee, but this morning it's pretty cold in here. It's a beautiful day, but it's cold, so I've decided I'm going to treat myself to a nice warm coffee. This is like, I don't know what, I'm pretty sure these are Italian style, so coffee sits in here, the water sits in here, and then it boils the water in here and filters up through the coffee and comes out through this little chute. So it's actually nearly ready. I've only had that on for like a minute. All right, so what's on the cards for today? So today, I'm going to be removing all of Dad's stuff out of here and be building in the wardrobe doors there. There will be no tutorial today. I'm just going to build it and show you the final product. This song always reminds me of my daughter. It's the first song when she was in the car with me one day and she was just chilling so blissfully that we were playing this song. So, love this song. So you can see I've just literally only demoed out. This is where our wardrobe is going to go right here. That's why I was cutting in these little slots into here. You can't see it on that side, but I've matched it over there. Actually, that's going to be a stud going up the wall, stud going up the wall, bulkhead above here, and the doors are going to fit in somewhere in between there. You can see that I've cut out this section of the ceiling. And the reason that I'm leaving this section of the ceiling going back is because, and why we've gutted everywhere else, we are going to be removing these ceilings in the coming days. But we are sleeping in these bedrooms where the wardrobes are going, where I'm building them. And there are a few leaks in the roof above. So the ceiling is actually stopping the water from collecting the water essentially. So that's why I've left it in the other room where I built the wardrobe, and that's why I'm leaving that section in here. So now I've exposed that, so I've got some type of fixing for the top plate, and I can now build that in, build the wardrobe in. Let's go.
No way.
We're living in the house, big clean up every day. Still got to build a wall into here to return back to there, but we'll do that tomorrow, running out of light. So for now, we'll just clean up, get the place looking clean, and we start fresh tomorrow.